The heart of each of these films, there's always something else going on. There's always a kind of a deeper question, something more profound underneath. It's what keeps us so gripped.
Confess.
All right, stop! Here's what's gonna happen. Benoit Blanc and I are gonna ask you all some questions, and you're gonna answer them. We're gonna get to the bottom of who killed Monsignor Wicks and why, and then that's it.
For me, that really, it comes from kind of setting the compass very early to the movie truly being about faith. And then once I start diving into kind of the details of the script, the suspects and all the suspects' different perspectives and their Father Judd and kind of what's pushing him and Blanc and what's pushing him, and even down to the details of the mystery and the murder, all of those things, I'm formulating in order to be oriented around this center of the movie, which is this question of faith and how it's used.
Now, who wants to go first?
What I like and love about this script, and what I loved about the script when I read it, was that we don't get to know a lot more about him. We don't have any more backstory. It's kind of, I like it like that. I like the mystery of him. But through his relationship with Father Judd, he has a revelation, a mind-expanding moment, which in any other person might be seen as a religious experience. He doesn't see it as a religious experience. He sees it as a wonderful lesson learned.
From 7 to 22, I was in a cult. And I think Martha's a woman who had no family life. We don't really know what her backstory is fully. I kind of can understand that mindset.
Okay, you're freaking me out now.
You know, at the heart of each of these films, there's always something else going on, and there's always a kind of a deeper question, something more profound underneath, which kind of underpins it. It's what keeps us so gripped. Benoit Blanc is looking for an answer. He's looking for a truth. And what Father Judd introduces is that truth is one thing, but there is always doubt. And that's okay. And faith requires a belief in change, in a belief in forgiveness. And so I think they run really well together. I think that's what's so brilliant about Rian, is that he matches these big ideas and they are seamless.
Holy shit. Sorry.
I just think he's like Jimmy Stewart. And what is it about Jimmy Stewart? You always feel that there's a human heart there. And there's somebody that you love. He's easy to love. And that's a beautiful quality to have, certainly in film.
Any praise from Glenn Close is crazy to me and very surreal. Praise that includes any sort of comparison with Jimmy Stewart is next level. So I'm very touched by that.
I love Glenn's comparison to Jimmy Stewart. I also think that, like Jimmy Stewart, Josh can do anything. He can like Jimmy Stewart. You look at him in an Anthony Mann Western, and you look at him in It's a Wonderful Life, and there's just a massive gamut. You look at him in Vertigo, and he's just, Josh, when I saw him in Challengers, I was like, oh my God, who is this charismatic? He jumps off the screen. And then you watch La Chimera, which is a movie on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, performance-wise, equally as captivating. And then what he does in our film, I'm very excited to see how he just develops as a, as an actor. I just think he's extraordinary.
It's so great being able to create something that's funny and humorous, and then also be able to dance that line between the humorous and the more profound, or the more emotional. Because I think that line is often very blurred. Some of my favorite comic performances really dance with an audience, and they acknowledge, once they've got you laughing, you're vulnerable, and they can pull the rug from underneath you, and next thing you know, you're having your heart broken. And it's always been really attractive to me and a challenge. So I was thrilled to do that on this.